Hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Can you see me? Hey. Works? Okay. Weird. It's the moment you think you figured, like you know everything that can happen here, new things can happen that did not happen before, because it showed me that everything works, but it didn't work. So it's very good that you wrote to me. I have to restart the whole thing because I did already the first 2 minutes without you before I realized. Okay, but now the people are online. Now you can see me. Then we can finally start, guys. Okay, let's go. Wir stehen auf beiden Füßen. I do bilingual again today, yeah? And write in the chat if anything doesn't work. Good. Find your weight on both feet, 50-50 forward, backwards. Findet euer Gewicht vorne, hinten in den Füßen. Gleichmäßig verteilt. Richtet euch auf. Lange Wirbelsäule, Knie gebeugt, bend the knees, elongate the spine, empty the chest, long neck, langer Nacken, Brust, ausgeatmet. Und die Wahrnehmung beim Gewicht. Awareness at the weight in your feet. Keep the awareness there on your feet, in your feet. Wahrnehmung in dem Gewicht, zu dem Gewicht, auf dem Gewicht. Der Füße, in den Füßen. Ach, wie sagt man das denn? Welche Hilfswörter nutzt man denn da? Die Wahrnehmung richtet man auf etwas. Wahrnehmung auf das Gewicht in den Füßen. Ja, genau so. Weight 50-50 in the feet. Okay. Ankle, circle. Foot on the floor, Fuß am Boden. Yesterday someone asked about how to do that after in the comments. It was not 100% clear for the person. There I answered also with a video that I have on the channel where it's a bit more explained, change direction. But it is going to the side with the ankle, back, side, and front. Yeah, so tilting sideways, back, heel down, tilting here so that the outside of the foot goes up, inside of the foot goes up. Change direction, sorry, change side, I mean. And change direction. Both feet, slow movement to go to the sides, forward, side, backwards. Slowly to really train your ankles, the muscles surrounding the ankles in these weird positions. Change direction, making them strong and resistant against things like, how do you say, twisting the ankle. How is it in English? Ankle sprain. Ja, also schön langsam Muskulatur da trainieren durch diese Langsamkeit in diesen schwierigen Positionen, um den Fuß stark zu machen gegen so eine Sache wie Umknicken, seitliches Gleiten in der Brust, sideways gliding in the chest. Also wenn man dazu prädestiniert ist, so umzuknicken, dann sind solche Sachen auf jeden Fall Gold wert. Einfach mit den Füßen auch zu arbeiten, die zu kräftigen, forward, backwards in the chest, die zu kräftigen, die Füße. Ja, man muss das machen. Also es wird nicht von selbst irgendwie besser. Wenn man ein paar Mal umgeknickt ist im Leben, dann ist die Gefahr, dass man nochmal umknickt, halt erhöht. Und dann heißt es, diesen Bereich schön stärken. Weil sonst wird es quasi, also die Gefahr steigt halt mit der Zeit immer weiter. Und das ist halt scheiße. Aber Circle, Kreis, aber man kann das gut in den Griff bekommen mit genug Kraft. Und das eigentlich, dass es überhaupt nicht mehr passiert. Circle around the pelvis. You can counterbalance always a bit the motion, always moving the pelvis slightly into the opposite direction. Change direction, Richtungswechsel. Standing on one leg, Einbeinstand. Die Linie finden, find your line, balancing line, and then you can close the eyes. Change the leg, Seitenwechsel, find your line. Once you found your balance, close the eyes. Tandem stance, where both feet are behind each other. Weight 50-50. Look around. I think yesterday we did with closing the eyes. Today we do with looking around. In this position, you can twist, you can rotate, look around in the room. Guckt im Raum rum. Change the foot that is in front. Find the balance. Und dann den Kopf im Raum bewegen. Einbeinstand und ich berühre den Boden vor mir und gehe wieder hoch und wieder runter. stand on one leg, I touch the ground in front of me, and I go up again, back and forth. You can do it with legs straight or leg bent. Könnt ihr mit dem Knie gebeugt oder gestreckt machen. Change the side. Rotational Arm Swing, rotierender Armschwung. Schön entspannte Arme, Knie gebeugt. Let the arms crash onto the body. Forward, backward arm swing like this. Also call this the walking arm swing because it's like an exaggerated walking swing. Vor und zurück, wie so übertriebenes Gehen. Schön entspannt, relaxed. Okay, and now all the way around. One goes forward, one goes backwards. Overhead. Nice rotation. Always rotate the full torso with it. That's important. So it's a full body movement. And change direction. I know change of direction for many people is difficult. So what do you do if you don't know what to do? You have both arms overhead and you let one fall forward and one backwards and you catch them again. And again, one forward, one backwards. Also für alle, die jetzt hier Schwierigkeiten haben, die andere Seite zu machen, die gehen nach oben und lassen einen Arm nach vorne fallen und einen nach hinten. Und so kann man das dann sich beibringen. Side to side arm swing is with the windmill, the one that we did before when you struggle with one direction. Yeah, that's a good example of how we're just doing things into one direction, no? And then suddenly after years we realize, oh, I never did this. And from our perspective, it is very important to balance the sides and to do things over both sides to prevent long-term problems, let's say, that don't arise directly when you start, but after 10 years, 20 years of doing things repetitively over one side, change direction, that is asking for trouble. This is what people that do martial arts, where the technique is always done over one side, or they mainly move over one side, or acrobatics and blah, 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 blah. It's always the same thing. Like if you just do things over one side, you at least increase your risk of running into trouble throughout the years by something. Yeah, doesn't mean that everyone runs into trouble, but the risk is increased. So do things over both sides, with both sides, both directions, to make sure you strain the structural balance. There's one more 30 seconds here. I don't know why, but let's do one more time. It seems like I missed something somewhere, but where? What did I do wrong? That now my timer is a bit off. Okay, anyway, we will never know. We are going into the side wave. So here the pelvis, that's the most important thing. Bending the knees and through that tilting the pelvis side to side and moving it side to side and letting this movement come into the spine and then eventually the head. Boom, boom, boom. Super important. The pelvis, the knee work, bending, flexing of the knees, which initiates the movement that from there travels into the spine. Also die Knie, dieses Beugen und Strecken der Knie, wodurch ihr das Becken seitlich kippt, das ist die Essenz der Bewegung, das ist der Initiator. Und von da geht die Bewegung rein in die Wirbelsäule und in den Kopf. Und dann geht es darum, schön entspannt zu sein in der Wirbelsäule, dass ihr diese Seegrasbewegung habt, diese Schlangenbewegung. Stay relaxed in the spine to create this seaweed snake movement, waving through the spine. And start with the head. And look, you can start with the head, sort of just moving the head side to side, really tilting, and then going over, tilt, go over, tilt, go over, tilt, go over, and continuing in this way. From there, letting it run into the lower spine and also into the pelvis. Schön immer mit dem Kopf, das ist ganz wichtig, der initiiert jetzt die Bewegung. Seitlich neigen und dann geht es von da runter in den Rest der Wirbelsäule. And you should always arrive in these stretch positions like this, these side stretch positions. Ja, it's like an S. Also ich komme immer in diesen S-Figuren an, wo die Wirbelsäule so auseinandergezogen ist. As you already know from yesterday, after we finish this one, we do directly push-ups. 30 seconds. You can do it on the knees. You can do it elevated. I know what I forgot. The calf raises. I forgot the calf raises. We do the calf raises as the last thing today after the squat. So we do push-ups. You can do it on the wall also, hands on the wall, or elevated with the hands on your knees. And then when we do squats, both 30 seconds, pumping a bit the blood. And then we do calf raises. Okay, let's go. Squats. Do your speed, do the range that is okay for you. Okay. And calf raises, if you have slight elevation, if not, doesn't matter. Up and down. And then this will be the last thing for the routine. But if you want, you can do a bit more push-ups and squats, like 2 more sets of 30 seconds each. Oh. Okay. Nice, guys. Good. Now I also feel a bit more awake. I went a bit later to bed yesterday. I finished watching the Dune movie. Was a bit disappointing, unfortunately. Yeah, this book can really not be done into movie. I realized yesterday, and it has certain reasons which are not about the science fiction. Yeah, thank you for attending, and if there's any trouble with the stream, like in the beginning, say that quickly. Let's say, I think you did, but like when the stream starts and nothing happens, then directly write into the chat, please. Maybe I do it that once I start, I write into the chat, I start now, and then if you realize I don't see anything, I don't hear anything, then I can directly react. But fortunately, it always works. That's nice, no? Even if something happens, okay, internet, camera not detected, but always figure it out, always works. Okay, so yeah, as always, thank you very much for attending. Write to the chat that you have been there, or if you watch the recording, write into the comments that you have been there. And if you know someone that would benefit from these morning routines, like we are doing here, like I'm also feeling like now, oh, nice. This is what I needed, yeah, to wake up this morning. Good, then tell the other person. All right, guys, see you tomorrow.